Yeah. So we all found out recently that Hulk Hogan's kind of a dick. A little bit. But honestly, he's an old white guy from Florida who thinks that calling people brother was his thing. What did you think he thought? Like, the most surprising part about that news story was that Vince McMahon fired him. I was like, that's adorable. Really, Vince? Your entire company wasn't built on racial stereotypes? If this was 10 years ago, Vince McMahon would have wrote that into a storyline. He would have been like, yeah, we're bringing back the NWO. We'll change what the initials mean. The last two stand for wait outside. That one takes a second. But with all the race stuff that pops up in the news, it puts me in a weird position because I'm actually biracial. I'm half Irish and I'm half black, and no one believes me. So I look like this. The way that worked out is my dad's Irish and my mom's like brown paper bag, like late years Morgan Freeman black. And when someone who looks like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm gonna say. The thing is, when someone looks like me and says that, people react one of two ways. Like I'm lying or I'm about to go on a racist tirade, which I'm not. But my closest friends are like, yeah, your parents are white. And I'm like, that's not how that works out. See, I'm adopted. What happened was my mom was sleeping with a coworker in the 80s, and he had a fiance he didn't tell her about. So when she got pregnant with me, he was like, hey, it's the 80s, here's $400, let's flush that mess out. And she didn't do it, don't feel bad, clearly. But as a moment of empowerment, she was like, no, and she kept the money. And a little while after I was born, she used the money to go on vacation and drop me off at a daycare. And when she got back from vacation, she was like, yeah, you know the 6 weeks I had a kid? Not as good as the 1 week without it. Do you want to keep this? And my mom, being 21 and in 1988, was like, do I want a mulatto baby? Hello, conversation starter, thank you. Which isn't legal. That's not how adoption works. It takes a little more paperwork than, there you go. So I'm pretty sure I've been complicit in a 27-year kidnapping that I'm just fine with. Yeah. And once I finally convinced my friends after telling them my whole life story that I am half black, it doesn't get any better because I find out how racist they are as they pick the features out on me that they identify as black. They're like, oh, you know, now that you say that, you have a black nose. I'm like, the fuck does that mean? Like, yeah, your bottom lip's puffy and that wrinkle in the back of your head, totally a black thing. Or a fat white guy thing, you're not that fat. Like, oh, you guys are assholes. So now it's gone to the point where I use my mom's Facebook as a backup ID. And it's worrying me because, oddly enough, the older she gets, like, the lighter she gets. Like she's an old sketch and artist is just like, I'll erase it piece by piece each year. And that got me really nervous, but she works for the government, so like maybe she's doing a reverse Rachel Dolezal and like whitening herself up to get ahead. So I called her and I was like, hey Ma, I know this is fucked up to ask, but you're really 100% black, right? Because like my gamer tag is African Jesse, like a lot of conversations rode on that fact. And she's like, no, you know what? I always thought that my whole life because I'm so light I thought I was half. But when I met my real parents, I learned that they were 100% black. So yeah, you have nothing to worry about. I'm like, great. Let's back up a second. Did you just say you're adopted too? And she's like, yeah, I was raised by white people too. Isn't that hilarious? I'm like, no, hilarious is not the word I would think of. Terrifying, yes. I don't want kids. Is that genetic? I'm horrified that I'm going to have my first kid. I'm going to be sitting in the delivery room just looking at him and just go, Bass. Listen, Doc, I know how I sound, but the first one's always done. It's a tradition in my family. The second one will be fine. I'm going to back out gracefully now. What about my wife? No, this is a deal breaker, I'm pretty sure. All right, thank you guys. Fantastic.
Keep going for us.